ho. Ya ba ya ba be din ko ba be hene ko so at ni entertainment mo. Yeah, it's where the biggest conversation as far as entertainment is concerned happens. It is still entertainment review. If I'm crazy, I will have baby, I will be out to maintain. Yeah, that's in your minshira. So, if you didn't know that to P's 1043 FM. Today is Tuesday. Match at that also a doom clone. Oh, yeah. Brainy Honum say, Yan Shan come on, I say, Brahma Quabe, na Nina, and say, say, na baby, no, I he and a beto just said, Yum to ni, Ghana, yum to ni, a branty, a wajini din, a fine yum tour. See our gun Hanusi and woman with Gino Monaso Pa, what can be a friend of Kwame Eugene. Wabo Yumbi Nyaba to Jan say Kwame Eugene in your can quenchia. Na we pesi din komoka kra. Yenya ba konsem chireni our ye editor edima Modern Ghana online portal. Just a one who send your can quenchia no. Esiye nyaneko na ni tuemu yani Emmanuel Ajafo Abugri eni nkomo Emmanuel asimu akwa baba entertainment reviews here
ya bejuso
that's say ewie minim say na why wadwen say wo mpese obekasa biom but ya that's pa say waje pinye say oni ebekasa ewie nyamisha
yo mo medase
so mayenhu minimetiefo yehu san kwanhie senior she da bonten report no che na we need tuemu yi ana me boy tie for me sen esi ye pa nkwanhia na yetiu.
Okay, all right. Okay, nti your parents I think Sunday in na makoi juma me pon ma pon me mo pon so me coffee nti na me free la pasta me ba me ba no na mo say Range Rover bidi me nti na bisumi di kaka nti ye pa achimota overhead no so no
ti moni chain fa
na me ni West Legon.
Okay,
I'm call Westland.
Okay,
yes nti na Range Rover bi edimeni nti na midineji nti ye pa achimota overhead na ye fa after achimoto overhead no bridge be we ni ma your friend above nti after the bridge you know and the moon say Range Rover na di menim no akọ crash away tipper truck ewo nenim na tipper truck na ewo nenim no na on tail light and yes secondly na bimu kasa say na apake but na tipper truck na dinenim no na empake na a movie but na a movie at a slow pace and a tailor is so any tree and na osha oyobia uyusu n1 no a obonwu say street light ni na enye djuma nti kwano so nyina aye very very dark nti eba na no ena me ye den me so abi ye ena me party won chen ena me rush call say me kwa rescue omo Range Rover no nti honda me do ye na mu say e kwa mi nti na me ya na e omudi ba ye save you nti after that na omo di meji eba no omo pake omo cars on be bua e na ye make sure that everything was okay and honor me friend me guy back who Achimota police station na osha Achimota police station no and honor eben nti me friend me guy back who honor also organizing the boys na almost so omo buy with a towing car and But before now, Mbebano, me organize some of the drivers, no, my parking on person move one, organizing a BMO they were now because now, I mean, you know, one that cat be one in Sahon, in the Mujaba. And me to not, me feel say, if you almost sometimes, if you're not, a bit about when you're internal bleed and now, Bibisa, into a banisana, and I may say, no, among four monk. Na me the main chiri na police for the bar. Na me ma hand over the tipper truck driver because now no so much you no so around see. Na me make sure say police for the bar na mama account no na ma hand over the tipper truck driver nini nkofo me no omo on board on that tipper truck vehicle no. So police for the bar so mo buy no and omo give me details because omo buy no mo busa say why na they see don't buy no be appointed say me and I'm buy me chain and say ampa na me na me chire and they see and the tipper truck drivers no omunye into hona omu family details and omu two can call it from there no and I mean MTTU officer back they rush call hospital honum into honum you could do na officer no efa Eugene and the guy back home no me be no more can mu and offer with details inti all we no coin and me there they can have best more than an hour as an amount say ko be me ko for start ebana me feel hono na me be fie inti the SCR no our Sunday you be and aju be say 11:30 eko.
Now see a tipper truck driver, car ya kwam Eugene, car kwashasi. Na the car no say, one more no more yadane, car na say, and I saying pa near sem.
Car no and say ye, and a car no so no, na empack ye, na a movie, but speed na a movie no, na a slow because on him say, will be a far or drive far at Chimoto overhead. Immediately after Chimoto overhead, and I say, yeah. Oh, far above over a footbridge in Asia. Oh, say a hill. A hill I will climb into now. Tipper truck vehicle now. After also all struggler or for what just here.
Yeah. And mean fan says, I quite right no near that right no far DSTV 4 and share Honum see na Uko Street and also do coffee star royals. Honum see in scene.
A Honuman is here. But as I know, me who said now. Media funny be me as a journey because of my colleagues because that about na me person make asa but my colleagues need be a frame ya pa machoana me the information need the but my own say na some distortions we won kakra na ebi mo say na me kwa me be true ye na ebi mo so say na kwa we Eugene so na car me tipper truck no na party and a bibisa. But the truth of the matter is that let me mediate. I was a white person behind the vehicle. And
okay.
And now oceans were because only on no range over mini Corolla. But let me mediate. In Tinanka or over Speedy Anka, I'm sure the impact would have been more than what we saw. Because I know you see range over sport. And I don't know what highway it is. And what I mean to just say. Because my strong statement to just say, now, if he was overspeeding now, the impact would have been more. But they be Musu say, Nanka on speedy anka, Nanka de Nakan assessor, and I make us say, Manka say on speedy, all right, but he was not overspeeding.
Okay.
Let's just say, he could be speeding, but the speeding could be at the approved ranger. Obetimi dia nam onam your friend say highway and highway you can do 80 km per hour and to say everyone says that range over no you pass yes 70 and now 6 you pass yes 60 and now 70 the impact that we saw would have been more if he was doing 70 with a Range Rover below.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was speeding, but he was within the speed limit.
Okay.
But he wasn't overspeeding more than above the speed limit, no. It's the end of Ghanaians for now. Almost at the end, yes, almost debate, no social media, and mean church mom who said nipa no not on overspeed because me cry me kuta cola me di na chi efiti ni boy bano na me di kakaka until na me cry for na me di answer na me hu bibia happen here after go food bridge, you know.
Okay.
So if he was overspeeding, how can my corner be trailing him from behind from that distance? So what we saw was exactly what happened there.
Okay. So me musa now who nim to the extent say track no tipa track na kwame Eugene car ni di echi no wotimi hu so okay nechi tipa track nechi no kane ni ho ana kane ho sen na no tie
only say me no okay so no na the in fact there is the man me cry what is that me my use route no first for the past 6 years.
Okay.
It's minimum route ne pa nti me do hono ma every Porsche bia me do kwane so a minim say na me maneuver nti me di na chi no na ma branch kakra yes say e bia ye at pa but na me di na chi but na nye direct nti I can see because on the motorway me drive here I don't always want to be directly behind the car ahead of me.
Okay.
Nti me bem me comment me check akra na me see me who me nim but not all ahead of me.
Okay.
Nti me who tipa track no ahead of me. Nti na tipa track no na when say kwan yesum color no so en shada enye too bright about say car way white. Bet me alert too because na ka color no too brighter just say white and yellow and color beer at least man can so bet mama idea say bibi wo menim but color no faded color yellow but faded and na kwan so then dark because street lighting na say it was very difficult.
Emmanuel mimbu sa obra see here no nyame pese mi hunu say track no wachichi mo say enya ade na track na park si honum say na ekọ but na enya ade a ekọ nya enko speed minim sa yem bia utimi busa because yenti ase ne say na nipa ba ko kakwan Eugene ho bia utimi ni omkasa say e ba ne sen dia eze say we hu car no na bia wo kasa wo phone so dia na mo ye utimi busa.
All right, so all those me busa because SC no seminar me ratio call and me ratio call na yi mo ba no me ni kwa me kasa enti osha omo mienu no kwa me no ono no nya cat won nsa enti na moja eba but other guy no ni wanya cat bia and he was okay. Yes, even kwa me class see and man see e ma me no kwa tipa track ni chen e ko maga ni si ba down enti me busa kwa me no ono so also one it wasn't as if they were phone so another visa and another thing is another explanation of the man is who you be who use sa kwan na osha before the abofu of footbridge you know meaning almost the light be abebo hono
say meaning say camera o so dey travel
meaning say camera o to hono man light stadium light
na blind o
it's not blind o
yeah.
It is a unam, yes, 70, and now 670, and now 75, 80. Now, who do a net blind before we never know the next car.
Yeah.
It is meaning it didn't come and also, and moreover, crampon or see light nana a bohon on crampon and also flashing any. And see, and it's also now a count be now a banner, and also say one people track because not any tail light. And I assume.
Yeah.
So that particular light no me about hono. I say almost who yipa because me my start route na me do hono ma me slow down. Na ma kata me ni best a second week I can my blink it.
Yeah.
Because who high when you say let flash you to be frank with you ever blind.
Yeah. Okay.
So and also kauna because me need come on. But me need come on. And o che me say light and so flashing no
Okay.
That's also flashing.
Okay.
Now, say media for no. Say yes, mean sorry because most of the streets in this work are very dangerous because street lights in here juma. And I'm for to cross and aju.
But I'm saying Emmanuel, so particular maybe fine. We need to ask maybe this urban rules for no munchechi mu national road safety ni omo kaho. Honestly speaking, me as in some training crime, name the purpose of that particular camera. And yeah, more you use that particular stretch of road, enyumre bia enti me ade me yese ni awoke say me nye do open am slow down because light ni nya flash eto weni so a na se car bi di weni a o ko speed about me so one hard back obo car no. So if you don't know and you don't slow down when you are getting to Abofu Bridge, what I'm saying, I don't know what that particular light and the purpose of that thing. When you do na a flash you and a flashing when you pay. Oh yeah, I'm sure can't be doing one. I'm sure about
exactly because me my used to obey the past 6 years. Into me before ne embo but I think somewhere last year or so, I don't know. I know me the bebo hono. Into anytime they do hobiano, a flashing me pen on my top line. A flashing me pen on my top line. Into I'm say no. And anytime they do hobiano, in fact. Either say someone kata me nika krevia me slow down na makata me ni and now say me sunu me ni say me di me ni hwe me nim me down kakra and sana me power na ma raise me head and slow down into uyo bia for the first time and now you stranger now you use that route for honoma for the first time now I show you I'm telling you can't be a bow ever when in bia and you know was a bob 9, 10, 11 honoma. Kwane ye free. So Ubaka say, oh, mami so mean coffee and them mean contempt. What you say? Into Upa so contempt no. Utu honoma. No one show ya. Not like ne flash open no. Into many didn't come on or church and we say, oh, light is so a flash no. And then the suban is that. It's time now flashing no. Na or anything no. I had to leave. But what she break? Don't you break on that? I thought the Kobo was that.
Wow.
Nanka, I'm telling you, it would have been something else. Nanka, it would have been something else.
Wow.
It would have been
but no cramp no nyatene say enye ni your friend saying airbags ni ade wo mu a enkebetimi as ye di nkomo sisi ano ntia ye nya na chese ne nsa ne say no we pra.
Yeah. When you cut the back of his palm, the ocean is an edge. Now there's a cut there. And ocean erase. The race is I touch him like a crack. And when you cut be one now, but he was standing and he was talking and we could move. We need to call tipper drive and chain. You rush it on a tipper track, to get them down, and then you do her campono. Maybe my guy back who crack doom, tipper track in 18, and a bear, Omunjani, so that we could.
But not saying Cassana no more, so now at Tiomo, Omu de so impro, be she and Yomo, send an tipper track drivers.
Omokano, and Yeshi, in fact, and Yeshi now. Osha picture no crampona picture no crampona me the mine. Osha chino say there's no tail light behind the tipper track. Say that behind you. Osha tipper track nature. There's no tail light. As you see, I mean, sometimes I am a dream who every time who say, oh, so you drive a partner, driver. What to say? Most of the tipper track, they don't have navigators. Into Obertania. Sometimes I be Mutania. Almost signal biao. No, I turn up with him. Kakrebi la ya omutimi yi omunsa ana omuti edi chese opeso on the next lead. But the right thing is that some must traffic sign signal say opesa where then on the next lead now 10. But most tipper track trailers tipper tracks they don't have it. So I wonder say ebi a omukoto track na omu yi free one na say den tia pa na ya banisa eti Kofosa say who drive now one share. Omo feel say oh omo there. ono no tika kesimu ntu de fabra na hwe nti mame kwa na mbesin ko upa wo mpewu se ono ombra ansa na waba say so that impunity on the road no so about tipper truck drivers and trailers no another thing pa say abana so yan share when you can want them omunti how many people should we allow them to crash and die before we start acting what you say but as more especially street lights on that route yan share na yan fix street lights on the N1 and that's the night normally above over footbridge said what is the purpose of that light there camera component should camera light be that way should that stadium light be fixed there are they aware they themselves do they even use that route because some who use they themselves can tell say no light near the above no ufa honoma e blind no obia Ghana Nibia or uses our route in Nina. With telephone line. Everybody will give you the same explanation. Say, that's what happened.
Yeah.
But you can't be a person of it. You tell me. And I say media for I say to me sorry.
Okay.
I say to me sorry.
All right.
Because you shouldn't have gone through that. Bakanaka Bibia, a right anchor. Of course, I'm not sure these things would have been happening. In fact, and then the numerous accidents that have happened wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
The preventable accidents, we call them preventable accidents. Like, but when you know, well, because even microphone, what the boss almost you are going to almost drive a camera. But if you are going to almost bagana, almost drive it. I didn't hear. Funny is soon, so they can't even see. What you say? So strangers, visitors come to Ghana to visit the country, and they cannot even drive. Well, it's when now so count.
Ima, me da say.
It's say it me now Accra, Ghana, your streets now are very dark now, you're dangerous to drive now. Say yeah,
you better come so.
To prevent this unnecessary death, air cost the vehicular knockdown in Yemen now. It's as a result of the quantity totally done.
Me da say you be see ya beto aso hanum say nyame hwa pa ima.
Yo mate.
Okay. Emmanuel Ajafo Abugri editor ma Modern Ghana online portal wie wonini obi a no gina honum say odika na chi a ohui Kwame Eugene Nyumtuni ne nkwanhia kwesiada anajo beye dubako empem honum say sie wo abufu hanum say nkran kwan so that's the N1 no so my member studio no hanum saying ya ebo a hanum say tile kue nipa na Kojo King enso hanum say ya mensha say infuse na mentio enkomo Kwame Eugene I witness account boni kan wa kan sem no dia kire mentio adwenche
brago si ye be chia etiefo ni na me mum de me hu Kwame Eugene news we me yam hye me kakra because me share the damage car no senia esifa adamage na is just am shishie na yede Nyankopon asen so say one sheda we're proud here but minti ya menya ne say on sheda mpra gidi bia ye nti ye bompa say Nyankopon
sa
na mate minti ye almost ni wrist and I when your cards be I don't know if I stand to be corrected if there are any corrections. But that's what I hear so far. But back when someone says I stretch hono, so I CP stretch hono
because in Mobile so I say we pra.
Oh, okay.
We pra. Say oh dear come
okay. Me so the amity and amede kanti. I think that we will have to wait for confirmation. But I stretch hono and kasabra kwesi esum ewo hono every now and then bia me twemu ha me ka ho asem and me hu say street lights so bebre sisi ho but enye adwuma and you see brakwesi asem aye ken enye Kwame Eugene pen e bia to no e bia to nkrofo bebre
but talking about the sum no Minim say why notice about our light nebo above footbridge honum say no. I don't know. What for Hannah Japan?
And yet baby I
above footbridge nebo hono.
Yeah.
Light people boss say camera say they will do anajua. Who do na a flash back. Na a flash a strobe light. Na a tow near. Who driving a tow near?
And no son, you be say one more installing those like did they think about these things? Because some ana say be as can no moji
na obi de here de.
Pa say
em fa ho phobia ho.
Me
say to say bia abrofu yo mo ye show ni ade a na light no bi ho no mo se a normal warning o say o light here bebe ano ahyi enti omo bo kokose yes ebetimi aha wani enti bomodia na bo ho ban na yen why na fa
obia di bibia kwakose na me kojoki kura ne ye ka se me so obi nso na agi sika na 1 ton papa no de dia you know dia onya e bia hyewa. I think say it's high time saniema we no wo ye in control of that
or the purpose of that particular light ka bia be fa obia odu anwumre bia ka bia video bia
so that means it's capturing.
But if you what kind of camera is that?
That's what I'm trying to say.
You drive approach here, drive you wanna do camera say na let here.
As a which man as will be a soft flashlight actually
light be no makwa koto na me picture like.
So netting ain't very bad, and even apart from that lights now okay so stretch na so ko ni na so esum ho pa. And Brakwesi who say same way be Kwame Eugene na to no. Ye be kan hwinsi. Na eko.
Ba na nka asase ye bo no nwum saa because ye say Kwame Eugene na BBAC.
BBAC what I say? Ni ya kan na eto atwa. Hwinsi. We are not going to fix the problem, nothing. Then another person, to another person. Ni asabe tnasia, ni aka. Enti wudwe wa, so my ni a woman no. Makwesi, I say ye live ko ye chi. I don't know, as people. And even because ye pen you for omuti enim so omu so no mutu kwan akese pa o. Omu kwa manoni ko huhu sa enyema we. I don't know why they cannot implement some of these things. And it's very frustrating.
But seriously, it's a car be do anymore. So I light na to near. Car be do enim na se oben wo. 1 2 boa.
What the bono?
What the back here? I will not be surprised if no be na to Kwame Eugene.
Because my thing is that nyamimpo ni edana se se na a Range Rover na no ochie mu unse Range Rover de mu edu kakra. Anka ye na anka yi Corolla bia na se car bia anka nepa Kwame Eugene kan igina bia ne.
Mame ko Tili appear ni pass na minti ono so. Tili, mame njo adwenche ni anko enim.
Obi ka kire me some time ago said technology bi wo ho a abrofo for mo ye no man dwen Africa ho cause when him say Africa abrofo omoye no man dream Africa ho because when we say Africa sebe when it comes to development I do enim baby to do certain things. Now have you realized say also touch e will baby a light wa impact no enye so severe say was so touch e will esumu enti me in my dream I'm thinking say whoever installed those lights no it could be say at the time we install it or test it and na street lights na ho no ye adwuma they didn't see the impact of it when it suddenly comes on in the dark because I don't think that they will install a high performing light like that without testing it in the night. Now that street lighting have they taken the initiative to test how that also impacts on the drivers on the street? Because I think gentleman now in the interview say and I can specifically say Kwame Eugene catch and said on your flash be one, which means the main cost of a day now a light now a boss no and to whoever is in charge. Well, for whatever reason you on the boho so on when to me put out fast signage be and to her eye reflective said driver be free baby but who said baby go top a flashing they should have done a simple education. Ghana yes we are there no asebo ba and now once we are doing something yet na sia ma insem sisi na afi na ye be proactive. We are never proactive. Our agencies, our ministries, they are never proactive about anything. Enti enye sa asem we see ya gentleman e ka a wonpo wo confirm because me a menya driver me hu down because me at the time no I don't face that road normally be free. That I said I'm able, and I don't drive, so I don't even see it. And 10 years as my back, Kwame Eugene, air say light be flashing me, Mr. Kusa, what they so air case and pass our light now. They will never be proactive. Meanwhile, they know say drivers, you see quino. But Ghana, or bet Nasel, or bet Chama, at Rental Messia, Twatwa, so now Faye, they are now coming to act as if say they care about us. But Miss Me question is saying, all Casano catcher say, car needed a tipper no. There was no tail light. And to miss me question, yeah, they be a time beside say, Sakas, yeah, they be a omunam kwansu ya in the night.
They have roadworthy. Almost roadworthy. They are roadworthy.
Oh, there, and even the roadworthiness, which I know is questionable.
May come accept. May come accept. Nothing I say.
I digress. There was some mechanic say.
There be I am person me say car be a roadworthy. Not just say nyama. Like
Akadia was a car
to drive on the road. In Tisanya Mountain, so Moshe.
Basaka, okay, and as I say, Obia Juma was on now because certain cars are not roadworthy in this country. So, and my thing is, Sir Anachono, there are so many police barriers around that time. So we will be our travel saquine, so I may be chilling and I join to me coffee. Minim. Yes, there are so many police stops are or excessive traffic because on one stop it or one build with the barriers. So how do you let a car like that without tail lights if you are according to what the gentleman you spoke to? It's me driving on the road. How do you just say Ghana has a backwards like everything is done to frustrate the citizens, you know. Not just say
radio phone no radio so na mo kasa kwasa. No,
but that na make
radio phone no.
O say radio 4. No, but I am no cray. No, I am no cray because I know for a fact say McCarthy like this.
Oh, me kasa I say want me boo be I want ya.
How many money but
David. What they do so am me Ghana TV.
David maintain your come because there's a voice be wa ha ti say me
I can want say bless my.
What you say? Minimum cry minim say McCarthy from around 10 airport, there's always traffic because my building barriers are or more checky, they be no more checky. And today, put a pan or more because in your ma, only says I deal with accident where I am very preventable. Because UTA story now, light I air flashing all of a sudden in the dark, very preventable. Car without tail light air com sarcasm so encontemo omunam wasa no modinam roadworthy has been approved modinam kwa so say Ghana ha no there is really no protection for anybody. Okay say okọ o trip by now okay say o te Ghana ha okay say you have protection asamo to one obeti. Can you imagine Kwame Eugene of all people say a star mpo na asema to no wo si woman bi na or airport wan for na edro hwe nipa begun ho e wo se wo pra e ma obi ba e be yi no ansa na ono afre police say mo be you see what's your mind one no wafu wa say mo ba obewu wasi wo because obi amwa the country is not meant to protect us in any way.
Mami ti okojo
ye beda onyankopon twere ampo wase say onam na humo broso na waji enua eye Kwame Eugene ekra de asi ho na wa ma atoria nchem bia nyede anto no esan se anke betimi aye bone be nyame nko a ana etimi aginuti bedika da yankopon ase efa ye kwa so especially the light issues no makasa because say route no there metai use na najo pa and we do obi aya na makoma ye me ya de efa ko police station or forest walk police station na me busa say there say yesum wa hai forest wa ha na light mo ho inti say obi kura person odi bone obetimi akohye ho di sa bone no na obesi kwan no so a obaba from honom na kosi ewura la pass ni nyina street light nyina nya adwuma and me busa mo say aden sa ne ma nyina boa ma o drive a help even marking say dey wo kwan no nyina no anajo na asoso reflectors asoso nti se o tweben ya hu so me tweben ni nyina ya de ebo nipa ho ban se yeti oman mu na se as I say, your leaders to me create enabling environment. Now you won't hang near marketing activity say a choir a year in so you got a simu doing a G from kama no man for what way. Nice any man yen sanka now common street lighter and no crano ECG a charge if you feel be near triano and also kakayen to me nya na as a ass from because I go call at a man who does what the view of more young quine a cast in face your home. Port was to be any so near sign the speed limit aboho oko above what that camera capture cre near sending a man near charge you nina dear they bought a mouth for who buy ye quite a face me and no face me no Port was I did that move bebre it was I would dodge a pa now they are bonia I said I no send more street light and so about boama and a door drive here what me who come when nina swear dum a day it yes penny for said you might be saying no my and chairman and yasa a sign or ho a quenchia ho now so I say at the end of the day your mania may be boama quenchia ni simo say unam kwaso and so talk a crab and so nya so ko na lord kwamu nyina yiri show fan ko barrier yi bai de bia so kakra bi to a ekwan yiri so tata kwan mu ti se swimming pool enti sabi yempanifu aya ye hu ana sane ma ye nema at least ye ho kire ye nya dwuma anye sika ngu ye botom but se nema nketinketi we nso damu a yasom bedwe enkanye nyame na ye ya nanka ye bedanya ne na kwa am yujin branti a obo ne bra nyame adom odam na chede so a odi ye kakrakra no na bibise ya ide akosi na mesre ye nnuanom anyumtofo no ewom se ono nyame adom no se ka o yusu no eye ka eye kese kakra ye wo nnuanom bi omutu kwan kokuma sene adade in small cars nyame nko ana de omonam koba eti mesre se unwu ya onim nia benya ebia in the next 2-3 years uba benya nyom kese bia de obekọ akire pa eti bia na obi fro kumase na se sika no mu ntimi ntwa na kese no mu ntimi mfa ka kese ma wa ya yendwe ho ekom wo mu de ba ebe te ekom bede wo na no kina wadi ye dan se uba kotena kora kitwa bi mu de akokumase na nyame anya adoma because ye kwan nye enti ye mfa ye ya no ye bambo no enhye ye nsem na ye make sure say ye betena se atwen odoma nkuma nhira ewo yanim emre bi eba no
medase kojokin ana atene kan kwam Eugene komwe ye dia akwa akosi hanum senior DC na se ban sa senka nyame ndia fofi na nkaba na nkabo se mo bo kwam Eugene nyum sa ke ebo ne nyum sa ti mame mo ba koma wa na memra ne ensan ni nkom na kan kwanhia make us say oda hospital woje ayarehwe nyame kan ho na wansane yade na ne ho nto no nensa yase nensa upra wo nensa inti stress nyang kupon kasa beka no ho na make say wetimi asamba betwa na nyom to so yanko enimi to aso entertainment review so no aso go akasama be dun watch na no na bo na enkomo ayede to aso yi say memen na wia na se mu si ni nyina ne se Ghana Trade Fair bem say 1967 na aban me che say Ghana man ye trade fair yi na yede to ensafre wiase afa na be hia hanum sei na tese wo mo ba beton aniama wo Ghana hanum sei fiti be 1967 trade fair yesi hormo sa ye dwuma na o my Ghana no se ne sitie no ankasa no yenim siesie enti be 1967 te se ne motorway Kwame Nkrumah ye motorway na atete apansami sa pepepe eni ahwe ye na ba no se ye maintain ade maintenance culture pa aban japade pa se ye be siesie de da bi trade fair mi ka se ya hwa ma trade fair no atete apansam aban ko na trade fair yi MPP aban ba so mpese omo ye redevelopment omo pese omo esiesie trade fair odum say ye see fu for kra na en community trigina say trade fair na wo ho no ye wo ye tent na dome ye friend dome event center BC honum saying na ye fantasy entertainment for dia edumekwa yom dia fantasy entertainment nti ye sa dome na see trade fair honum saying ye friend fantasy dome esi ho kobeye se me fan se be in fear na de ko be say num cross ahenie na sa fantasy dome ne si trade fair honum saying amanfo ye concert event ni ade na omutimi ko I understand say capacity if I do etimi fa na e ko be say 15,000 asesen na memendei Ghana trade fair for akọ dwiri dome no egu omako bubu bibia omako bubu ni nyina cheso omako akọ no kra na opinion ya no yi fantasy entertainment woda no ya ne dia e wa hwa no so na dia enti na Ghana trade fair for ko bubu dome enti yebopni Ghana trade fair ebusom se ayemia eba no saying there na aba adenti na makwa akobu trade fair dome fantasy dome ne issue adenti na makwa akobu egu na ye ne Dr. Agnes Edu ono CEO Emma trade fair menene di nkomo esan se o say obe meeting bi asenti e be a friend by this time nya no nti menene twetwe nkomo Emma o man chichi ye ntie ni nkomo no na ye ba ye be hwese nsa be kan opinion wono nso fantasy dome woda no na ye di nkomo ye ntie Dr. Agnes Edu.
All right. So doc me frewa nkomo ifa fantasy dome ye phone ye videos I check say as Ghana trade fair we pull it down and ma demolish ye fantasy dome. More side of the story ni say the Antina Ghana trade fair for ma pull it down fantasy dome.
You continue that say cancel the video that was and cancel fantasy dome you know movie almost tenancy agreement and can say and attire and sign say then until December 2023 now finally on year na if you do video na apparently na ye wo redevelopment na ye wo na ya ko na intimi medium for about 1.5 years ya boning kai ya ba say only 10 and fantasy dome
okay
the tenancy agreement me
Monsieur Bajo Monsieur Nibusa enkaye no kwan ben so na mo fa so mo board enkaye no
and you know your track home
okay
in the agreement na you know sign you sign in 2018 for 5 years
okay
and agreement no you catch them and almost so almost two say abide the develop paper trade fair yes something into the trade and that one is in na almost in June yes I said June 22 2 years ago and they started and only the letter June 6 and the letter 2022
okay
then I'm going to say your mama your bomb kaya mo be free have into free money here na on one into no and now abem
entimo wa dance dia kire say yes mo bo mo kaya mo saka enya de o meba be ka so da bi yen sanka adanse die wo ho no
let my can show say me ma o dey try bomb kaya ni na and so kwa wo be sign class you know June 2022 yeah the letter come out
okay
July 16 2022 yeah the letter come out
okay
January 18 2023 yeah the letter come out
okay
February 11 2023 yeah the letter come out April 20th 2023 yeah the letter come out
okay
and December 26 any 23 yeah the character come out
okay I see and enti CCR no na ekwan bia ni ho no mo say bia mo betimi ayade bia fantasy dome for buy so okay mo man e break akra we mo say ye break no aso ti say bia obi akohan obi dan now see we mo say yes me time na so but me nya dan bi ti so betimi am be busumi nsia na busumi miensa na me fancy esi bi na me ntu fantasy dome for e ba mo nsra wo sa kwan no so bia na
any dey bebre ni nyina ya de ma but it could do the idea untimi fa eno elegani another agreement. My main mouth example. Mekachi was 2022 and he started born Kai. Right, until all this time from 2022, no, right? You know, yeah, me for so. Although you say 6 months, you know, your amount 1 year. It do so.
But that's also agreement in Bay 2023, end of 2023, me boy.
Agreement, you know, It was agreement there. A war in Fitiate and a 1 year.
Sure.
But in between, young ones also be democrat now hind down on our born big there. Not a day nuisance, or which near to.
Yeah.
Right? Into cabinet room. Into cabinet room now, the two, and then say the development start here. That December 31st expiration, it will be a no. Every year, you can't go. We will not go by that.
Okay.
Yet the 6 months notice and every month.
Okay.
Into what you want to want the development not starting. You don't know 6 months.
Okay.
Into now can say our agreement till December 31st in there. It's only if nothing is happening and as the BBN Kosu or not the redevelopment started there. And yes, sure, wait me out. But cabinet let's say, we have started development maybe 6 months. Yeah, the Bema now with their bob now there too. Now Ghana and Rental Act of Ghana. And then say we are landlord, we na person develop for land. Now who tenant will feel. Now person will young man so we see feel one now we feel now we see me for Rental Act say so agreement to so near agreement to say who yet development, redevelopment, yeah, 6 months. And so born in Kai. Now they notice the man. And even by law, who agreement with the redevelopment, the law allows you say over manage 6 months.
Okay. Now me who hear videos Obide Krata 18 team supposedly Ghana Trade Fair for more properties. Now main church mu na anti asia minya was a krata no mudi team sa video na me hu ne chese ya dia fantasy entertainment for our more operative fantasy dome no any trade fair o makosama mo court was agreement ya mo we say nyama bi o mo nti ase enti o mo de Emma almost omunya substituted service because no mo be serve sa bailiff and document no sermons no on Ghana Trade Fair no na omunya monti omunya substituted service we hu ayemia unim sa de we de na onim fa ho unim yes substituted service bi akoso ne ka ho
ayo me da tani de ni ho asendia na Ghana Trade Fair Company Limited there obia message in court process and then the mean to link and one.
Okay. Now a big fee said we know I had to say I'll show you where power lies. Move fee say yes move to me because at the end of the day mo kwakoye start dey we no national security for a supervisor Ghana police service for enti we no I say mo na mo to me no mo nsem mo de yenya mo pe bia na wademokra court no injunction ni ade but still what the national security the police for no makobubu ne japade ma se ne japade no ma no kwan kra mo etutu enfi ho no say dey na ka on dog
oh that is and some the dog engineer obi that time ne do better no yam na okay but ya the emra ne dey aduma enti say ya aduma e wo site wa de bia security services or even local police omuye patrol up and down that year and even before last year nina that year patrol if you go no na fire service e wo ho ECG for omo ho enti security service there omuni en na wo all the time because sometimes the human no e betimia extra to be em find electricity as you may say one for fire service, any police, any ECG. ECG is a human. That everyone says earth mover will move on to or the keep power line now. As some business, I say one immediately. And see your team, including national the security services, police, local police, fire, ECG, no only now, and yet police one and over. Not all the team members only now. Then no criteria will be a show power, and then there's a contract now you'll be assigned, and Unipacono at one ejuma, so he gets a no one.
Okay. The same ukase no can be about say modem ran a year juma Ghana trade fair for modem ran a year juma. So as I'm bisane say emra and the mam kwan say munko bubu obi japade no ana say next year
the contract and the mine that kwan and also emra ye mienu and the so on any trade fair and fantasy entertainment for any trade fair. A contract na and so say a legal document. Into no so into the contract new na make the room be there. And there and once and they need to mean someone a legal matter. Into legal matter now the corporate and what they will open it now. There's no problem with that.
Okay. Any demo because of minimum for Bessia Tinia Mabiasio. Because o can about contract, minim say be a monshishare no contract in the woman say Obre no suna me bon kaye say two no we two a meba be bubu we japade no e wo musa se ne be ya dachi bi no Ghana for yem better so ki well fantasy entertainment for ni Ghana trade fair aban ye ni o ma ko gina court ema o mu ko gina court no ye bueti aban si o aban akwa akose obi japade enti ye ko tia judgment debt ni e ho keka ho contract no e wo mu se mu betimi akobubu ni japade ana se bon kaye no ntu asa na ti ana.
Yo, but the contract, it will move your bone carrier grandson a will sign contract, let's say, and for the dear permanent trouble. Now, a contract, Mr. Woman say, at the end, would they back on a temporary to use materials that the victim demolition. Now, demolition so will be in Chalka because when development starts, the bone carrier 6 months. In the contract, it won't start. Don't say money in permanent in my home. It will say demolition, don't want a no anica. Now or contract out for the two.
Oh, okay. Okay, Yammy be chat to no. May I sure say you move BTA, Rebecca's okay. Yama be why, yeah, Bruni kind of human face in India come. Now, a banner, be I be saying, fancy entertainment center say no. Ghana, ye need. In fact, capacity understands a fabe ni pabe 15,000. Na yakwa kububu no. Ebi sufi se MPP aban kura bae or bon homodian se obetimi ebie entertainment centers na ni ago dwiri we egu no. Because of development, redevelopment in the account. Na nanka yemfa nipa ni man fam to nipa nim kakra. Minim ni abeka fa because etiefo bi nso adwenkyere no.
Okay, so that into what you are buying redevelopment and the money human face and then I will be something. Into your money human face no not buying jai or no exhibition hall and then I will be something. It's a tendency.
And yan is so say you bet me a man of break a crack soki be to adie.
And I may be after 18 months Emra Hina are buying in ne only development now. Say for yin guys. Na yema fantasy and travel. Many bisasa them. Emragina oh.
And because
abaya do bedia. Power line got a then sewage or depe air jumana waka for 18 months because fantasy dome human face after human face jai. Think ensign jai abai juma 1 year and now 1 day and now ensign come into no say abai bano catch yourself fantasy dome ti when to me and yene juma akoti sign na yemu.
Okay.
And only me question be some.
Well,
you know, say yes, and I am out notice. Mammy, now another example, and let's say a story. I come attach you say June, yeah, from 2022. Yeah, man, quite right. And let's say a story and a far the next day, and I will be ako yet in August of 2023. That means 7 months ago. the next human face was given to him, and this was given to him even through the Minister for Trade and Industry. Obaye, and now Fantasy Entertainment Company say, or Peso Yin in Myanmar, not the court by December 31st. And then the minister granted it and said, okay, from August, September, October, 5 months, fine. You did be fire amount, union. Then March 2024, you see a buying saying die, ne Koswa or Peso of the man. Unjai, near sign, I mean, say, no, I say, a new moon, and now, who feel say, yen support.
So,
in the human face, there 30 and 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. And you know what access I'll be to me in because me who's will come be about
absolutely.
So just to say, be onya access.
And yes, or access of Koba Obia in Nano. If he and Namino, because Obia in Nano of the court and now Beba. Make us a minister by the minister, my creative special exit and entrance. Ewo ni sentiment change. Utimi firm. Na na bulldozers na ye juma. Or no betimi firm. And look at that special entrance ni creative man from August of 2023. And you know, I do the idea. Like I said, I buy company. As I say, I try juma because I consider me back December 2024. Na election, the catch also we are binding judgment debt in the man.
Yeah.
Can.
Yeah.
So me back December, na the catch say fantasy dome in Tino. A bind anything ya nye ejumane owa. That's awesome. And person.
And you obi office bia trade for ye trimodin we die o man ye nyame so ejuma na say onipa ko nim ni oka.
Oh, yes, and then correct. And then my side example amount. You understand? Example, no minister cry intervene say, "Yeah, mount 5 months." What can't you say? In 5 months next to December. Now the union.
Okay.
And no cry and grant amount. Even before that, 2022 now a man is anchored. After that, no, he comes and goes every day, anytime. You know, he comes and goes. And you know, it took the idea as a say, Yansu Trifer company, as a say, Yansu, you need a deadline, a timeline, and it's a human cost, as a custom, as a say, Yansu, a trust, you know, and no, you do the idea,
Ba could be with the Nankami Java, could be Matis was say, no one that's where to your rent, cried Mamma, more general rent. And who has a dinner between your cafe?
And you know, correct. For over 1 year. And you no crown rental act fair. The one you rent 30 days. No landlord betting here at 2. The last time we rent, naming time, making me actually a record. But he was always delinquent from his rent. Or catcher will say we rent up to date. Making me amount documentation say we rent up to date. In rent no plan they do that in a place. Or the car say enter to man. I'm telling you, I'm any test man. Me will cry after a man say, who rent ye say, name mom because what they desire, yeah, it's what to say. And in Naya, me will documentation making me there aqua court and aqua from. But yeah, no, like I said, I am running ideas. You have even rent now kind of plan. Yes, so man.
None of the best and Utiana.
Oh, I need I could say a contract in the will be business rent and
oh, but say a public you. When you're private, when you're private, dog.
I could see myself. My country send me the money. There will be rent a Utiama another person there. Means to me from the student. There or no more permission, no or trouble and say.
No, but just when you are on my Japadia,
and I could see Mr. Me prefer that conversation because my country was there. and new information as a medical video. International, but the ultra, I money Japanese, and no and then I will process as a follow. Not yet specific information that come out. But because that unknown factor say, with Fiani rent, making me at this, Namakajo.
Okay, all right, Doc. I say, that's na ye DC had me that's papa.
Me that's some money opportunity say me man church in the we hear me say me man church mu bia acho putting friend.
Mate, that's power nyami shadow.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knob.
This dial is hot. Stay tuned.
Best radio.
News on your number one station.
It's the weekend.
Okay, all right. So, Chief Executive Officer of Ghana Trade Fair, and I would say what church and say more honum say you know. The Fantasy Doma ne si Ghana Trade Fair omakwaku bubunu egu memende eno hon komona yedi na Leslie Kwenu the Chief Executive Officer of Fantasy Entertainment, owners of Fantasy Dome. Yanko amano na yenin komo ewie. Leslie, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, Akwesi. Thank you for having me.
Okay, I don't know if you can do mix. Which one can you do for me?
I unfortunately my tree is not that strong, so I'll prefer to stay in English. But I can speak that pretty well. But I think it's a cheap platform, so
sure.
I'll just stick to English as much as I can.
All right, so let's have your side of the story. We've seen videos. Your property, the Fantasy Dome, has been raised down by the Ghana Trade Fair. They've given an explanation or their side of the story. We just want to have what led to your property being demolished by the Ghana Trade Fair.
Thanks again for the time, and I just feel that it's very sad that no one is asking the real question, right? Everybody wants to claim that they are doing lawful things, and you don't have to be a lawyer or go to law school in Ghana to know that before you touch anyone's property, eviction, demolition, destruction, you have to get a court order. And that's there's no lease that states, and you have the lease, but there's no lease that states that if I don't leave, you can come and destroy my property. I don't know what lease or anyone's lease that has that kind of clause. And even
I'm sure you heard me pose that question to her, that what law did they use to raise down the property? He said it's part of the contract that you have. When you sign the contract, it's stated in that when they are ready for redevelopment, you have to remove the property, and that if you don't remove the property, they have to demolish it, and that will be even at your cost.
I think I've shared the lease with you. I think you can read that as a layman, and you realize that's completely untrue. And there's even a further fact that in the lease it states that with the redevelopment clause, they have to give me a 6-month contract, but they have to relocate me within the trade fair for the rest of my lease term. That's what is in the lease. There's nothing about demolition. There's nothing. It says that if it's before the end of my lease, they will, and they need a particular portion that I may be using, they have to give me land within the trade fair for that. Unfortunately, that even did not happen. So that already is an issue for discussion. But I think that the real question.
Well, that part of the contract or the lease agreement that you're referring to, let me just put it out there to my listeners that you just finished me with a copy. I've not had time to go through, but just glancing through it. If you can just point me to that particular portion that states that you have to be given another place to relocate and all that.
Yes. If you go to, let me get to it real quick. And make sure I have the right document.
Because I see terms and conditions, and for instance, it says the rental shall be a period of 1 year and shall take effect from January 1, 20. is it 13? It's faded, so I can't really see, to a period of 5 years, ending December 31, 2023. It may be renewed for an additional 5-year term subject to the master plan implementation. The rent for the premises shall be okay, maybe I'll just skip that one. Lease will be renewed annually subject to the master plan implementation and determine. If you can quickly point me to that particular portion. If you can, I'm sure we can just move on and get into some details of it.
I'm gonna point you to that because it's